What hardware wallet are you using after the fallout with Ledger? I've happily used my Nano S going on 7 years now, and I'm finally getting around wanting a replacement due to the constant swapping back and forth of apps to manage individual can be compromised if someone physically obtains it. Ledger walked back the back door as mandatory. But it's still there. What else is there? Do I really have to on-off air-gap a system with software wallets, then worry if that fails? It's crazy that for an industry that has trillion-dollar market cap, we don't have even one solution that is secure that can handle more than just BTC or ETH. At least not that I can find. What are you doing? Is there something coming I haven't heard about? Edit. I just wanted to say thank you all of you that put in thoughtful responses. I'm going to evaluate the Trezor Safe 3, the Tangem, the Keystone 3 Pro, and the Grid Plus Lattice 1. Ledger. If you're looking for perfect security, I have bad news for you. Ledger is fine. I still use it and will continue to. My recommendation for any investment is to diversify concentration risk. There's nothing stopping you from having accounts on multiple exchanges, multiple cold wallets, multiple hot wallets, etc. You can take this as far as you want so you can sleep easy. In general though, your trade-off is one of convenience. The more convenient something is, the less secure it is. Trezor Rocket. Saying Trezor can be compromised if somebody has it is like saying you shouldn't put valuables in a safe because a safecracker can get inside. Got a Keystone Pro 3, let us see how it is. Bitbox. Still Ledger. Still happy. Ledger still. Ledger still. I bought Bitbox 02. Open sourced. Full node. Tor support. BTC only and mixed edition for both BTC and ETH20 coins. Ledger. It was overblown. Ledger still. Literally nothing wrong with them. Sticking with my Nano X. Tangem. Ledger. I had this argument back in May when morons were going over the top about the Ledger issue. Pretty much every wallet has the same feature as Ledger. People were saying I am going to Trezor. It's open source, so as a developer I took the open source code and showed them the same feature. In Trezor, people want open source but no fucking clue how to read it. Ledger is still by far the safest option, especially when comparing components. Trezor used chipsets that are outdated for iPhones for over 5 years. Use Ledger. Just don't opt in. Ledger Nano S. Yo, can we stop all the fear-mongering with wallets? Many of us are still using Ledger and these posts don't really help us. Ledger. Just not going to do their optional key recovery thing. Ledger. Ledger. Don't opt into the seed recovery. Man shrugging light skin tone face with rolling eyes. Ledger. Ledger. Still Ledger. The controversy was pretty dumb. Where is my Ledger stacks? I feel you. It's tough finding the right wallet when security is so important. I'm sticking with my Ledger for now until a better option emerges. The backdoor worries me too, but fingers crossed they address it. The backdoor only affects the Nano S Plus and Nano X. And even then only applies if you've upgraded the firmware. X200B. I continue to use my Nano S wallets. I have multiple nanos and some of them is sitting with some pretty hefty amounts since 2015. Still there, so whatever spooky backdoor there was is a FUD. Your issue comes from the model of your Ledger. The Ledger X can hold 2x as many apps and might be a short-term solution for you while we wait for a new model with larger storage. Looking at you Ledger stacks. I don't know. I've got a ledger in a drawer and that should be it. I was going to use the old phone, but now its battery is near useless. I'll probably just haul out the ledger. Ledger, lol. Still using Ledger. I bought a Trezor but transferring to new devices stresses me out, so I haven't done it yet. Is Ledger really that bad? Ledger, cause there is nothing else close to it. Ledger. 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 Cold card or seed signer are the only options that should be considered. Maybe the Blockstream Jade, too. It must be open source. Or you're shooting yourself in the foot. Ledger and Trezor. Sticking with these two. Still Ledger, and happy with it. Ledger. As far as I know, my older Nano S doesn't have that capability. Bought a Trezor, split half my holding from Ledger to Trezor. Just in case. Nothing has happened yet. So now, I use both. Keystone 2 and 3. Amazing device. ADA support will be added soon too. Before I was 4 different ledgers. They are all hot wallets now. There's nothing wrong with the ledger. The controversy is a opt-in setting. Where's the quality posts? I thought we'd get some after Moons got rugged. SafePal, Elipal, both great examples for what you're asking for. Ledger. 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 Still using Ledger. Keystone. Ledger still best HW wallet. Ledger plus common sense. I use Ledger because I'm not an angry lemming. I also use Robinhood. Have a Ledger Nano S Plus, Nano X and Trezor Model T, use the X the most. Still Ledger. Grid plus Lattice. Safecards are a killer feature. Plus a screen you can actually see what you're signing. Ledger. Ledger. I just haven't updated in a long time. Ledger. 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 Trezor, although I keep getting fake Trezor emails. Decent wallet. Works great, no complaints. Still using Ledger but want update FW or LL. FUD. Don't care. Still Ledger. 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 Not sure if anyone has said it yet, but Ledger. Ledger Nano X. Ledger Nano X. Nice try, Elizzy, but Warren. That Ledger disaster was hyped for moon farming. A stupid narrative with lots of false information to keep up the upvotes. As others have said, I think you're freaking out about nothing. To even get the encrypted fragments of your secret key out of your Ledger, someone would need to have the Ledger device and your PIN, which would give access to your wallets anyway. I don't plan to use Ledger Recover, but I can absolutely see why it's useful for some people. Ledger. 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 What Ledger Fallout? Oh. Ledger. Tangem and Trezor, but mostly Trezor with a passphrase. Ledger is still very useful for coins that are only Ledger compatible. I just received Keystone 3 Pro and so far I'm very happy with it. Since no one mentioned it, I will. BC Vault. Most advanced and secure in my honest opinion. Each one is shipped with a locked Bitcoin. If cracked, it is yours. As a way to show their commitment and confident in their security. What Fallout? Tears of Joy. Tangem. Cold Card and Keystone. I still trust Ledger over the other ones. Imho. Fallout with Ledger? Just try a different color. Best hardware wallet out.